Okay, Amy and I are about ready to enter into Canyonlands. It's April, early April, April 9th in fact. And you can see here just from this point, we have a good 30-minute wait. So plan ahead for these parks. They indeed have a lot of demand being placed on them.
Hi.
Hello. Thanks for having that ready.
You're welcome.
Would you like a map and trail guide?
Yes, please. Thank you so much.
Yeah, have fun out there today.
Thank you.
All right, that was actually less than 30-minute wait, about half. So on to the park.
Today we're at CanyonLands National Park. Just as a reminder, there's no running water, there's no gasoline, no lodging, just nature. Okay, so here's the Grand View Point and the overlook of the Green River. I know Green River is here, Upheaval Dome's here, Whale Rock is here, so it looks like we have a full day.
Let's see how much of that we can get done. Okay, the roads that you see here in this area, the squiggly ones, these were actually formed prior to the park's creation in 1964. These were made by miners who were extracting uranium from this area. And you can see the floor is surprisingly fragile. You know, it'll take decades for those to go away. The other roads here are current roads. This is called the White Rim Trail, and these are used by four-wheel drive vehicles today. I do believe a permit's required, but to actually tour the park. That is a 100-mile long trail. And this area is called Monument Basin, and in front of me here is something called Totem Spire. It is 350 feet tall. It's actually the highest point within all of Monument Basin. Okay, if you get this, put a comment in the section below the video, but I feel like I should yell, Bobby, Cindy, Bobby, Cindy. If you have an idea where that comes from, let other people know. So there you go. So here at this area here, the Grand View Point, there are 3 coveted RV spots. Don't be that guy. All right, what's so cool about this trip, I've said this on a couple videos, not only have we seen phenomenal, geological formations, but you meet some great people. We actually just spent, probably about a half an hour, Amy, giving somebody a tour of the Coachmen Beyond.
It happens every day. It's just one of those things, when you have such a great vehicle, you're more likely to give tours.
Absolutely. We also saw a Mercedes Sprinter van that had pulled over on the side of the road. Pretty sure it did not have all-wheel drive because it was stuck. So again,
they're leveling blocks out. They had, the girl was telling the husband or boyfriend what to do. That's never a good sign.
So they probably need a tow, but thankful for the dually tires, thankful for the all-wheel drive on the Ford Beyond, or the Ford Transit Coachmen Beyond.
There you go.
Well, pretty windy today. I don't think this is a long hike. But we have a bit of an incline. Looking forward to this. I think this is the most photographed natural arch in the United States.
No, in the West.
In the West. in the west.
And I believe they even qualify it as one of the most photographed.
It's a heavily photographed arch.
Photographed
We'll leave it with that.
In the west.
I know what it's not. It's not a rice cake.
It's not a rice cake. And it's not a dome.
That's an inside joke for those of you that saw our video about Zion, our e-bike rental and our lunch at Zion. Okay, here we are, the Mesa Arch, right there. There it is.
Life is a winding road, no telling where it goes. Driving through days and nights, won't stop for traffic lights. And I really wanna know,
There's a little kiosk for envelopes and the little rules. We were here earlier in the day and got a spot luckily, so campsite number 3.
You can say I lost my mind, I will keep on holding my head high, even if the sky is falling down.
All right, a little windy out here, so I don't think we'll be spending much time outside tonight, but one thing I do want to do before I go inside the coach, I want to check the water level on my freshwater tank. I will tell you one big disappointment, probably not too surprised because most people told me about this. The sensors inside the freshwater gray black tank, they are useless. I'm going to pop the name up here of the company that manufactures these. We've already had them replaced by the dealer, and you know, these don't work either. So every once in a while you'll get a reading. The point is you cannot trust it. So I don't know what you're paying for with those sensors, but they are totally worthless. So instead, I need to eyeball the level of fresh water in my tank. I'm going to crawl underneath here. Come along, let's see how much we have left.
Toilet hanging a clock, the porcelain was wet, I slipped, hit my head on the edge of the sink, and when I came to, I had a revelation, a vision, a picture in my head, a picture of this. This is what makes time travel possible, the flux capacitor.
Okay, I don't know if you can see this here, but right here, the water is, you know, moving up and down, and so I'm going to say that's even a little bit more than half. We still have plenty of fresh water left there, so that's a good thing. And by knowing how much fresh water I have left, I can also estimate, you know, roughly how much of my black tank and my gray tank is full. So if you're not familiar with those, right, your sewage waste, essentially everything from the commode goes into the black tank. The water from your kitchen sink, from the shower drain, the sink, the small sink in the shower, those all go into the gray. And I believe the freshwater tank's like 27 gallons, so, and the, I'm not going to get this right by memory, but the black is then larger than the gray. So I want to say those two combined, one's 15, I think the black is 15, the gray is 12. So I can also eyeball, you know, just by lifting up my seat on my commode, shining the flashlight down there, how full my black tank is. But anyway, just a quick tip, but essentially what you need to do is really not rely on those sensors, come outside, get a real view on how much you have left in your freshwater tank. All right, Amy and I found this campsite early in the day. We claimed it. I think there's only 8 or 9 of them here. And we are so glad we did. We knew it was a windy spot this morning, but we're in the midst of a windstorm, or dare I say, dust storm.
Even if the sky is falling down.